Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. Ed Talks, a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for the discussion is how to encourage questioning in classrooms and to express her viewpoints on the same. We have with us Mrs. Sonal Bhatia, ma'am, principal of Dhananmal High School, Mumbai. A very warm welcome, ma'am. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, ma'am. So I would, like the audience to know that Sonal ma'am is also an author of this book, See Through My Eyes. So, ma'am, tell us about your book, please.
See Through My Eyes is a book, it's a memoir which is written about a sailor's life and their wives. How, we always speak about doctors, engineers, and defense people, but the people who are from merchant navy are always ignored. The struggle, the sacrifices, and compromises which they and their families go through, people are unaware.
Yeah.
They are unaware of the life of a seafarer, basically. So this book is all about my life and a seafarer's life and all those lakhs of seafarers sailing out there.
That is really interesting. So, guys, do check out her book, See Through My Eyes. All right, ma'am. So, shall we go on with the session, ma'am?
Sure.
So, ma'am, firstly, how to make classroom environment a safe place to question when it comes to questioning. So, students are generally afraid that I might be wrong. What if anybody laughs on me? So how to
Correct.
make the classroom a safer place?
Yes. What happens, students can be hesitant to ask questions in a class, and especially when some concept is being taught and or they do not understand something. But what happens, it is true that they are in a peer pressure wherein they always keep thinking, what would my friend think? The one who is understanding everything, what would he think about me, that why am I not getting the concept? So rather than standing out and being the only one who does not understand, they resort being in a fearful silence, and they think maybe in some way or other I will learn it later or I would understand it later. So what happens, you must have heard about a saying. It's children normally think it would rather be or look bad than look stupid. So what do these students do? They keep mum. And there are two type of children. One, they keep quiet and just be there, and others, they go into a path of misbehavior. So when a teacher is teaching, they would find many disturbing students who might go under the bench or who might disturb others, or they would chatter here and there. So because they are not confident in asking questions or not saying that I do not know or I do not understand, it leads to misbehavior in the class. And this is why, for every teacher it becomes very important to give them a safe place to understand and ask questions. So first thing I feel, every teacher, the most important thing is not to tag them. What happens many times, teachers come to me with a complaint, this boy is misbehaving, ma'am, even fifth grade he was like that, or fourth grade he was like that. What are we doing? We are tagging them. We do not know, maybe when he was in fifth grade he was going through some hormonal changes which made his behavior change, or he had some domestic issues because of which his behavior was like that. But now things have changed. Maybe he is changed. So do not tag them. Teachers should never tag them. What will happen? They will listen to it and feel bad. Okay, I am an average student, or I am naughty, I am disturbing. Then slowly they will accept this command. Yes, I am naughty. This is what I am. I should be silent. This child does not ask questions. Okay, I will not ask questions. They will take those commands in them. So major part a teacher plays is not to tag them. Also, what they can do, they can create a ballot box, which is called help box, when children can drop in their issues or the help needed, or they can also ask any questions without mentioning who has asked that question. Then they have to confide in children. Children can confide in them. That anytime if I go to teacher, my problems will not be leaked, my issues will not be leaked. And also, do not be judgmental. Don't judge them. They are like this, their behavior today is like that. Understand their psychology,
Exactly.
understand their behavior. Even we go through many issues in our house and then go to work. That day, our behavior is different than a regular day.
Yeah.
So we should understand them. Teachers should create an environment of understanding and being approachable. Be a good listener. You should listen to what they have to speak. If they did not ask any question which you feel was not relevant today, you should not shut them down.
Yeah.
Give them a time after a class or next day, or tell them it's a good question. Just hang on, I will come back to you later on this.
Yeah.
Do not shut them down, do not discourage them. And also, one mantra which I always tell teachers to say is, we are one, we help each one. So this mantra every child in the class should say. That means the peers of that child will never judge them. Then they will never laugh at them. They will think he needs help and we should help that our friend. So that fear of peer pressure will not be in them. So this will create a safe place or an environment sorry, for students to ask questions in the class.
Thank you so much, Sonal ma'am. That was, very brief explain. So moving forward, when you just told us a lot of tips and, effective ways to make the classroom a safer place. So moving forward, how to, encourage the students for asking questions? How to make sure that they do ask a lot of questions?
Okay. So what you can do is, you have to set up a question time.
Yeah.
Like after every a period is of 30 to 35 minutes for lower grades, and when it comes to college it is 35 to 40 minutes. So during your lecture, you make some time for the questions, or towards the end of the topic you create a question time wherein each one has to ask one question relevant to the topic. Set up some ground rules that everyone has to ask a question related to the topic which the teacher has been teaching. Then, as I gave a previous mantra, this is one more mantra where students can say, you can say to the students, each one ask one. So everybody has to ask questions. Then you should celebrate and praise their questions. What teachers normally do, if they ask something which teacher did not find it relevant now, or leave it. Or if an average student replied something, that teacher will not pat that child. She will say, okay, fine. But you praise, appreciate, and celebrate that. Very good. That's a very good question you have asked today. Teachers forget to praise them.
Yeah.
Because for us it is very easy to ask questions, but for them it takes a lot of guts to come up, stand and ask. Their life is totally different from us. And I have seen many students, they don't ask questions, so they misbehave. So once I asked a question, I asked the child, why do you always do that? He told me, ma'am, while teacher starts, I wear my shield and I disappear. So that's why teacher will not be able to see me. I can do anything. I said, why? Because I don't connect to the class. So he thinks he has a shield where he disappears and teacher can't see. So that's why he does everything in the class. They are into different world altogether. We have to make sure they come ahead and ask questions. The more you ask questions, that means you are encouraging their curiosity, their interest into your teaching, or interest into the topic. The major thing is, even we don't have, many times we also listen something and we go into our own world.
Yeah.
Imagine about students. Their imagination is very, very fast, better than ours. So we have to see to it that we connect to them. Time and again, questions should be asked. Also arrange debates.
Yeah.
Wherein they can participate. And the most unapproachable child, give them some icebreaker activities, which will really help them to open up and ask questions and get the confidence to stand up and ask anything to the teacher. So, and also give them put up a board in your class wherein you students can write questions, not mentioning what is it, from whom is it. So they can mention whatever questions they want, which is of course relevant to the class activities, and teacher can, without being judgmental, she can just give away the answers to it, because many children are shy. You have to break the ice and bring them towards you to ask questions. Yeah.
Absolutely, ma'am. Those were, really good tips you just shared with us. So, moving forward, how to, tap curiosity in students, and what is the importance of, asking questions in growing child?
See, on an average, a child asks 60 to 65 questions in a day to their teachers, to their peers, to their friends, family, or anybody around. Even building watchmen, they go and talk and they ask questions. So, and their innate curiosity plays a biggest role in their why questions. The more they ask why, they will enhance their knowledge, their skills, their communication, and the knowledge about their studies, and in fact overall development. They will also develop their emotions. It plays a very important role. So there are various ways where we can tap their curiosity. Is suppose, like, you reward them time and again, you reward them. If they are asking questions, you appreciate them, you tell them you are doing a good job. See, appreciation is required by everybody, you and me too. So the more you appreciate them for asking, normally it's to teachers, they shut them when a child asks so many questions. No, don't do that. If you don't have time in your class, tell them to write down on chits and give it to you. Come and discuss the next day. Tell them, give them a habit of writing questions. The more they write, more their curiosity will increase and more the development of the child will happen. Then you can teach students to ask quality questions, which is relevant, which will I'll give you a small example. A few years back, I had a student. We had gone for some field trip somewhere. So she asked me, what is the qualification of this person? I said, he is a marine engineer. So she said, okay. After a few days, she came back to me, ma'am, I found out how to go about for marine engineering. These are the ways. I said, that's good. So you find out other ways. After a few days, she came to me. She said, ma'am, I'm definitely going for marine engineering. I said, that's great. I forgot about this topic. After a year or two, she came to me after her 10th standard. With sweets, I got 96%. And ma'am, I've decided marine engineering is not for females, as in, there are, but few females enter that. So I'm going from shipbuilding. So the question which she asked, the curiosity which she had few years back, she kept on enhancing that, thinking about it. What should I do? And today that girl has entered shipbuilding. She's already learning for that. So then one question, one curiosity has developed so many questions in her mind, and that led her to choose a path what she has to. Then a teacher can make it personal. Like, suppose if you ask me some question, you can say, like, a teacher can say, see, yeah, you are right. When even I was small, I used to think like that. Or when I was at this age, I used to think, oh yes, my neighbor also does that. Very good, you told me this. Very good, you asked this question. Connect. The more you are personal, you give your personal examples, children will connect. And also give them examples from the things that interest them. For instance, some cartoons, some movies which are encouraging them, so they will connect to you. You should know their interests. You know that students are good in art, so you can encourage them, draw and show me, play some games with them. This will help them to tap their curiosity. Right, draw your imagination, what you want to become, draw it. Then that curiosity will be tapped, that whatever they want will come life once. And you can also tell them, You can also connect with the other things, which happened in the past,
Yeah.
or which is happening currently with the current situation, or now like Commonwealth games are going on. You can connect with that too, because it's happening now. Children are aware of these things, so more you connect to them, that will tap their curiosity, and teach students to ask questions again and again and again. And I've seen many teachers, no, they get irritated when students ask questions. Do not, because you are stopping their growth. You are stopping their thinking, their development. That's the reason these techniques of writing down questions, having a board, keeping a ballot box will encourage them to at least ask. Yeah, but
Absolutely, ma'am. So a question, if asked properly, it gave her, it showed her the career path. That is really
yeah,
nice.
yes, yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here today. It was a wonderful session with you. I hope you too
Thank
did
you.
enjoyed it.
Oh, yes, I did. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. So, for all the audience, for all the viewers watching us out, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Bye.